From the tank on the campus of the College of Staten Island, CSI Sportsnet presents NCAA Division II women's basketball coverage. Contrary to what the graphic on your screen says, I'll get that corrected for you right now. It's been a bit of a hectic turnover for us here at the College of Staten Island. We just wrapped up the 2022 CSI Men's Basketball Tournament of Heroes, and women's basketball tips off their season in their home opener, their season opener against the Holy Family University Tigers. Good evening, everybody. This is Joe Foreman on the call. I will be solo for the remainder of the evening as the Dolphins take on the Tigers. Then in Game 2, the Franklin Pierce University Ravens take on, and I'm trying to think through all the noise. Starters are being introduced out on the floor, but Franklin Pierce University takes on the University of Bridgeport tonight. It's very loud in here right now as starters are being introduced. I tried to signal for them to lower the public address to no avail. We'll get to work on that during the next break, as it was booming in here. And now that I can collect my thoughts, I'll bring you the starting lineup for both teams, beginning first with the visiting Tigers of Holy Family University. In numerical order, number 2, Ava Morrow. Number 12, Lindsay Treader. Number 20, Carolyn Prevost. Number 21, Skylar Searfoss, and number 35, Mo Moore. Starters for the Dolphins, number 2, Ashley Lambert, number 4, Kaya Johnson, number 11, Kyra Rose, number 13, Jenelise Alarcon, and number 14, Lizzie LaFaro. Tip-off just moments away from the tank here on the campus of the College of Staten Island. We'll get the timeout set to 4. Get those two teams out of the double bonus, and we are ready to go. Alarcon will jump, vastly outsized on the jump against Prevost. And the tip is sent out of bounds. 4 seconds come off the clock. It will be Tigers basketball to get things started. Tigers work it around the perimeter. This is Moore looking toward the inside. Gives it up to Morrow. She looks to drive. Scoop layup off the window is good. Early basket for Ava Morrow. Kyra Rose sends it inside to Alarcon. Receives it right back and is fouled. Dolphins foul charge to number 2, Ashley Lambert. Her first personal, the team's first. LaFaro looking for somewhere to go with it. Finds Kaya Johnson. Johnson to Lambert. Now Alarcon. Dolphins will reset. 11 to shoot. Johnson on the drive. Off glass and in. Kaya Johnson with a nice finish inside. A strong early finish for both teams. First Morrow, then Johnson. We're tied at 2. Moore top of the arc. Prevost gives it up to Morrow for 3, and that's good. Ava Morrow from downtown. She has the first 5 Tigers points. Rose sends it back to Lambert. Now Kaya Johnson over to LaFaro. LaFaro was looking for Alarcon in the corner. It was knocked away, and it will be Tigers basketball. The 2022 CSI Women's Basketball Conference Challenge is sponsored by Jimmy Mac's Italian Restaurant and Pizzeria and TLC Physical Therapy. We'll talk a bit more about our sponsors throughout the broadcast, but TLC Physical Therapy can help you get back in the game. And if you're local on Staten Island, you can enjoy Jimmy Mac's Italian Restaurant and Pizzeria on Watchog Road. Dolphins possess it, trailing by 3. LaFaro was stripped on the drive. Now Rose. She takes it inside, hangs, and hits. Kyra Rose with her first basket as a Dolphin, and CSI is back to within 1. Treader bounce pass for Provost. Hand off to Moore. Pull-up jumper. High arcing shot in off glass. Mo Moore banks it in. And the Tigers go back in front by 3. Johnson into the corner for Alarcon. She looks to drive. Pass high for Lambert. She pulls it in, 12 to shoot. Alarcon in the corner, crosses over. Had it poked away, stays with it, and lays it up and in. Jennalise Alarcon for 2, and the Dolphins are back to within 1 again. Good fake there by Searfoss. She lost it, and the Dolphins are on the break. Off the turnover, LaFaro lays it up and in. Dolphins have their first lead, 8-7. Driving is Treader. She kicks out for Moore, 15 on the shot clock. Moore, running hook, and she was fouled. Mo Moore headed to the line for 2 shots. Her team trailing by 1 in the early going. These 2 teams met in the conference challenge last season. It was a win for the Tigers, 59-50, as Moore is short on the first free throw. One more free throw upcoming for Moore, and that's good. Score knotted up at 8. Johnson has it at the top of the arc, directing traffic once again. Lambert, looking for somewhere to go with it, finds LaFaro. LaFaro held out on the perimeter, and her pass is stolen. Moore looks to go all the way, drops it off inside, and Provost lays it up and in. Tigers lead it 10-8. 4.5 gone by in this first quarter. Alarcon out to Rose. Quick jab step. She turns. Floater is up and in. Friendly bounce for Kyra Rose, and we're tied at 10. Going back to last season's matchup between these 2 teams very quickly, Mo Moore, who was just at the free throw line about a minute ago, had 11 points, one of only 2 Tigers in double figures. 3-point attempt by Searfoss is no good, and the rebound once again goes to the Tigers. Moore, floater, good. Mo Moore with a nice runner. She has 5 early points. Tigers lead by 2. LaFaro defended well. Sends it to Alarcon. She steps back for 3, and that's good. Jennalise Alarcon from downtown. Alarcon did not shoot well from 3 last year, but did have some timely makes from downtown. Dolphins by 1 in what has been a back-and-forth first quarter. Provost backing in on LaFaro, and that's an easy deuce for Provost. Dolphins trail by 1 once again. Alarcon over to Rose, and she lost it. Dolphins turn it over, and we'll have a media timeout. Our first commercial break in this, the 2022 CSI Women's Basketball Conference Challenge, presented by TLC Physical Therapy and Jimmy Mac's Italian Restaurant and Pizzeria.
Champions know how to seize opportunities. When they see moments of greatness unfold right before their eyes, they push as hard as they possibly can, and then they push harder. Because the heart of a champion never settles, never quits, and never stops giving its all. We are champions. We are Division II. We go big, we give it everything we've got, and we win. On the field, on our campuses, in our communities, for our causes, in our careers. We rise to become champions in everything we do. We are Division II, and there are no limits here. We make our time count. We set our own path. We become champions on our terms. It's time to up your game, because we're here to play and learn. But most importantly, we're here to discover ourselves, our vision, our heart, our drive, to achieve every goal we aim for, because we want to be champions at the highest level, life. At Division II, the opportunities are here. Are you ready?
And we are back from the tank. I do apologize for having the breakboard graphic covering your screens, but I was summoned over to the scorer's table as they were having a sound issue, could not figure out how to decrease the volume on the public address system. The music was blaring in here. I had to pause during the introduction of starters. I couldn't hear myself think as Alarcon was fouled. Officially, there are 2 minutes and 54 seconds remaining in this first quarter as we get that reflected on your screen. Genelise Alarcon to the line for 2 shots. First free throw is off back iron, no good. Alarcon hits the second and ties the score at 14. Kick out up top. Open three for Morrow, and that's good. Once again, Ava Morrow from downtown. Morrow off to a nice start. She has 8 points. 2 of 3 from beyond the arc. Holy Family back up by 3. And Noemia Masinge was fouled as she looked to attack the basket. Substitution as Jessica Ripe checks in. Dana Phelan in for the Dolphins. Came in while I was across the way. And that's an offensive foul on Kyra Rose. Taylor Hinkle will check in for the Tigers, replacing Ava Morrow. (17-14) our score, just over 2 minutes to play in the first quarter. Feed inside, and that's a good-looking pass from Hinkle. And an easy finish underneath. Lindsay Treader with the easy 2. And the Tigers now lead it by 5. Lambert Off the handoff from Phelan, now Alarcon. She looks to drive. Floater. Off the mark. Rebound to the Tigers. And Phelan commits the foul. That's just the third team foul on the Dolphins. And CSI will make a couple of changes. Rose to the bench, along with Lambert. LaFaro and Johnson back in. .90 to play in the first quarter. Dolphins trail by 5. LaFaro harassing Searfoss in the corner. She sent it to the right corner. And knocking down the three was Jessica Ripe. Straight off the bench, Ripe has a triple. Largest Tiger lead, 8 points in this first quarter. Phelan. Over to Masinghe. Alarcon calls for it on the inside, and she banks it in. Tough shot by Jenelise Alarcon. Chance of defense from the CSI cheerleaders. Searfoss on the outside. Sends it back up top. Nicola sent it inside, and the jump shot by Hinkle is good. 26 seconds to play in the quarter. Alarcon open for three. Off the back iron and tipped. Possession belongs to the Tigers. With just under 20 seconds to play in this first quarter, they have the last shot if they want it. Bringing it up is Searfoss. 12 seconds in the first quarter. Searfoss on the drive. She hangs and hits. Dolphins short on time, and they won't get a shot off. After one, it's a double-digit lead for Holy Family University. They lead the College of Staten Island 26-16. As we head to a quick break in between the first and second quarter, a brief message from our sponsors upcoming. This is the 2022 CSI Women's Basketball Conference Challenge presented by TLC Physical Therapy and Jimmy Mac's Italian Restaurant and Pizzeria.
Champions know how to seize opportunities. When they see moments of greatness unfold right before their eyes, they push as hard as they possibly can, and then they push harder. Because the heart of a champion never settles, never quits, and never stops giving its all. We are champions. We are Division II. We go big, we give it everything we've got, and we win. On the field, on our campuses, in our communities, for our causes, in our careers. We rise to become champions in everything we do. We are Division II, and there are no limits here. We make our time count. We set our own path. We become champions on our terms. It's time to up your game, because we're here to play and learn. But most importantly, we're here to discover ourselves, our vision, our heart, our drive, to achieve every goal we aim for, because we want to be champions at the highest level, life. At Division II, the opportunities are here. Are you ready?
Joe Foreman rejoining you from the College of Staten Island as Jessica Ripe knocks down another three-pointer to give the Tigers a 13-point lead early in this second quarter. It's been a strong start for Holy Family University in this game, as the Dolphins will draw a foul. Thought perhaps they might get Phelan for a push-off there. Early numbers in this game, the Tigers shooting 71% from the field, 67% from downtown, 4 of 6. The Dolphins shooting a solid 7 of 12 from the field, only 1 of 2 from three-point range, and right now, the three-point shooting, a big difference maker in this game. There weren't many rebounds in that first quarter, only 8 rebounds total. Dolphins have turned the ball over 6 times. That's really hurt them. Three-pointer by Phelan, a bit too strong, and it's rebounded by Masinge. So far, Holy Family with 9 points off of turnovers. Very possible all of those have come on three-pointers. Masinge for Johnson, and Johnson short on the mid-range. She's normally very reliable from that range. That's Ripe on the shot fake. She sends it down into the corner. Hayes sends it up top to Hinkle. Treader with 8 to shoot. She rejects the screen. Ripe from the corner, short, rebounded by Masinge. Kaya Johnson defended by Ripe, now LaFaro. LaFaro on the drive, gets to the rim, and she floats it up and in. LaFaro very adept with just about every variety of floater in the lane. That time, good body control to get position under the rim as that three-pointer misses, and Masinge makes the save. Phelan is trapped. Masinge reestablishes herself in bounds and receives the pass. Nicely done by Masinge. Phelan in the left corner. Up top for Johnson. 15 on the shot clock. LaFaro over to Rose. Jab, step, and drive. Kick out for Johnson. She goes baseline, lays it up, and doesn't finish. Johnson had a clean look, and there's a great pass from Ripe. Count the basket and one. Lindsay Treader finishes through the contact, and she will head to the free throw line for one more. Mass substitutions for both sides here. 3 changes for both teams ahead of this free throw for Treader. Ava Morrow leads the way with 8 points. Jessica Ripe sharing that team lead with 8. For the Dolphins, Jenelise Alarcon has 10. Kyra Rose has 4. And LaFaro can't finish. Brianna Moore battling for the rebound, couldn't secure it. And the Tigers gain control. Pass over to the left wing as we have a whistle and a foul at the 6:30 mark in the second quarter. Getting her first action for the Dolphins is Amaya Jenkins. She checked into the game among those 6 substitutions that came on. She's joined on the floor by Brianna Moore, who enters a game for the first time this season. LaFaro, Lambert, and Alarcon. Treader for 3, no good. And rebounded by Alarcon. That's Alarcon's first board. This is Jenkins. And Jenkins is fouled. Amaya Jenkins will head to the line for a couple, looking for her first points as a Dolphin. One of several newcomers to the CSI roster this year. Dana Phelan got into the game for the first time as a Dolphin earlier. Kyra Rose got the start in her CSI debut as Jenkins hits the free throw. One more free throw upcoming for Jenkins. And she's short. 1 of 2 trip to the line. Moore surveys. Feed inside from Hayes, and called for the travel was Provost. Dolphins trail by 12. But if there's one thing we've learned this weekend through the men's games, it's that a deficit doesn't mean much. We've seen plenty of comebacks on the books this weekend. Jenkins out to Alarcon, 10 to shoot. Alarcon spins, one-handed floater, no good, and the rebound goes to Provost. Morrow is stripped, and it's picked up by Jenkins. Jenkins for Lambert. Right wing 3. No good. And rebounded again by Provost. Dolphins down to 45% from the field. The Tigers still sitting up at 60%. Provost back to the basket. 12 on the shot clock. Moore drives left. Gives it back to Provost. She's open. Her jump shot is too strong. Morrow grabs the board. Well, Morrow got away with a travel, and she's fouled. Morrow fouled on the shot attempt. Will head to the line for 2, as we are going to have a media timeout. So as we head to a media timeout, it's a good time to remind you this is the 2022 CSI Women's Basketball Conference Challenge, presented by TLC Physical Therapy and Jimmy Mac's Italian Restaurant and Pizzeria. Our score in the second, Holy Family University 31, CSI 19.
The Kettle Black on Staten Island, a top 5 wing joint in America by Food and Wine magazine. Serving daily lunch and dinner at the bar or on the floor. Perfect for family and group parties with top shelf drink and delicious food. From great times with good friends. Live sports and watch parties. To Staten Island's hottest nightlife. The Kettle Black features live music and DJs weekly. The Kettle Black features daily and nightly food and drink specials. The best Staten Island has to offer is at the Kettle Black. We'll see you there at the Kettle Black, located on 415 Forest Avenue, Staten Island.
And we're back from the tank on the campus of the College of Staten Island. Joe Foreman rejoining you on the call solo this evening for CSI Dolphins women's basketball. I will have company on the call tomorrow. Not sure yet who that will be. That remains a mystery, so tune in tomorrow. We'll be sure to enjoy some great McDonald's, our newest scoreboard sponsor here at the College of Staten Island. Today we've enjoyed some Jimmy Mac's. And after the workload this weekend, I might need some physical therapy from TLC as well, so be on the lookout for me in the physical therapy department. As that pass is swatted away. Stolen by the Tigers. Three-pointer too strong by Treader. Another offensive rebound for Morrow, but her attempt on the layup not close. And we have a foul underneath as Alarcon went down. Tigers substitution as Taylor Hinkle checks into the game. She replaces Ava Morrow. Another Dolphin making their CSI debut as Anissa Perry takes the court for the first time. As a Dolphin, she enters with her team now trailing by 14 points. Alarcon out to Perry, and Perry knocks down her first shot. Perry with a quick release and That one looked real good, catching nothing but the bottom of the net. Good way to start her Dolphins career. Double team on the inside. Provost was trapped, and she throws it away. Here comes Jenkins, and she'll slow it down. Dolphins looking to pull back to within 10. Lambert for Alarcon. Open three, Jenkins, short. Perry took a swat at it and couldn't make contact. Here comes Treader. Now Hayes. Moore has it, well beyond the arc. Pull-up jump shot, wide open look is off. And rebounded by Hayes. Hayes is fouled, no doubt about that one. A lot of contact there. That will be the fourth CSI team foul. Tigers one away from the bonus. Kyra Rose back into the game for CSI. Kokolis and Searfoss back in for the Tigers, as that was not a shooting foul. This is Moore along the baseline. She's trapped. Left open was Treader, and she knocks down a three. Lindsay Treader from the top of the arc to put the Tigers up by 15 points. That is their largest lead. Alarcon for Perry. Deep two is good. Anissa Perry from just inside the arc to make it a 13-point game. Her shot has looked good since coming off the Dolphins bench. 4 quick points. 15 on the shot clock. Hinkle for 3. That's off. Long rebound goes to Rose. Rose on the break. Going right at Hinkle. Stops, turns, and can't finish. Hinkle pulls in the rebound. Searfoss hands off to Treader, and she traveled. Dolphins will inbound from right in front of their own bench. Bringing it up is Jenkins. She faces pressure from Searfoss. Alarcon sends it back to Jenkins. Baseline drive, foul. And we'll see if that's a shooting foul. That whistle came seemingly ahead of the shot attempt, but we'll see. And it will be an inbound from the baseline. No shot. 1:47 remaining in the first half. Dolphins trailing by 13 points. Rose up top for Perry, now Alarcon. 15 on the shot clock. Rose posting up down low. Wow. All I have to say about that is wow. We're going to watch that again on replay, but we've seen it a couple of times already this weekend. Players called for flopping. That was quite the emphatic selling of what may have very well been an offensive foul. Once we have a stoppage, I'll cue that one up for you. We'll take a second look. Clock is running. Official time on the scoreboard at 1:26. And that shot's not close. Rose for Lambert. Three-pointer up. And a foul is called on the shot attempt by Lambert with 1:16 on the clock. Now, ahead of these free throws, we'll get another look at that offensive foul call. Very well could have been an offensive foul, but that was a tremendous job selling it by Mo Moore. Lambert at the line for 3, and the first rattles out. Lambert hits that one and goes 2 of 3 from the line. 1:10 remaining in the first half. Deep 2 off the back iron, no good on the shot by Kokolis. 1 minute remaining in the quarter. Moore sends it out to Hinkle. Her three-pointer is up and good. Taylor Hinkle from beyond the arc. And Jenkins looked for an answer, couldn't find it. Alarcon couldn't save it, but it will remain Dolphins basketball as Alarcon appeared to send that off of a Tiger. And in fact, I think she drew a foul. And that is what happened. She drew a foul down in the corner. Was helped out of bounds as she tried to save that ball. So Jenna Lees to the line for 2 shots. And the first is good. The Tigers are now 6 of 12 from beyond the arc. The Dolphins just 1 of 6 from three-point range. Early turnovers put the Dolphins in a hole that they will now try and climb out of as Alarcon goes 1 of 2. Wide open underneath there was Kokolis, and a foul is called with 34.5 seconds remaining in the quarter. First free throw is up and good. 40 points for the Tigers in this first half. Taking a look back at last year's game as that free throw rattles out and the rebound goes to the Dolphins. The Dolphins led last year's game 33-26 at the half. The Dolphins then proceeded to score 1 point in the third quarter, and that would ultimately doom them in the game. That pass nearly stolen. 2-second differential between shot and game clock. The Dolphins have just 8 to shoot. Lambert for Jenkins. She floats one toward the basket. That's not close. And that's going to be a shot clock violation with 3.1 remaining in this first half. It's been a tough half for the Dolphins, who trail by 14. Inbound is in. And the shot would have counted. Tigers bench wanted a foul. They won't get it. And that will bring the first half to a close. Our score heading into the halftime break. The College of Staten Island 26, Holy Family University 40. This is CSI Dolphins women's basketball as part of the 2022 Conference Challenge presented by TLC Physical Therapy and Jimmy Mac's Italian Restaurant and Pizzeria. Once again, our score at the break, Tigers 40, Dolphins 26.
They said I couldn't dream. Called me a piece of trash and swore that's all I'd ever be. Said a bottle couldn't see the ocean. Give up. Go back to the dumpster. But I didn't listen. I made my way. And now, I am what I've always wanted to be.
When your car is damaged, where you take it is your decision. But insurance companies would like you to think otherwise. While they may have a lot of pull, it may not always be in the best interest of your car. Your car will be fixed right and on time. What insurance company can argue with that?
Call Dependable Auto Body at 718-447-4898.
Hi, Meals on Wheels.
I'm Marco. I'm a college student, and I volunteer as a driver for Meals on Wheels.
I think it's awesome meeting these people. I mean, they're so interesting. They've had so many wonderful experiences in life. Your community helps to raise you up into the person that you become. Meals on Wheels is a great way to give back to that community.
Hobra, a taco joint, Staten Island, where we're proud to have shared our family-first spirit with people from throughout New York City and the world. With indoor dining available both at the bar and on the floor. Or step outside for additional seating and an outdoor bar. Serving beer that's crisp, ice cold, and worthy of a day at the beach. Cocktails that explode with flavor. And great food made with the freshest and healthiest ingredients available. Events feature food and drink specials. Live music. And the best of Staten Island nightlife. Your CSI Student ID saves you 10% on your dining order at Hobra. Visit us at 412 Forest Avenue, Staten Island.
Listen, you're my friend.
I noticed you haven't really been yourself recently.
Yeah, I feel like something's up.
How are you?
Are you okay?
Is there anything you want to talk about?
I just want to know how you're feeling.
And listen, even if you don't know what to say, I'm here to talk.
No matter what you're going through,
I just want you to know I'm here.
I've got your back. When you want to talk, I'm here.
The Kettle Black on Staten Island, a top 5 wing joint in America by Food and Wine magazine. Serving daily lunch and dinner at the bar or on the floor. Perfect for family and group parties with top shelf drink and delicious food. From great times with good friends. Live sports and watch parties. To Staten Island's hottest nightlife. The Kettle Black features live music and DJs weekly. The Kettle Black features daily and nightly food and drink specials. The best Staten Island has to offer is at the Kettle Black. We'll see you there at the Kettle Black, located on 415 Forest Avenue, Staten Island.
And we are back from the tank on the campus of the College of Staten Island, where the Dolphins trail the Holy Family University Tigers by a score of 40-26. This is the start of the third quarter. And it will be the Dolphins, or at least I thought initially it would be the Dolphins inbounding in front of me. They were headed in my direction, but it will be the Tigers to inbound and start the second half. Their lead is 14 points. Leading the way for the Tigers in scoring, Ava Morrow. She has 10. No other Tiger in double figures, but very balanced scoring. In addition to Morrow with 10, 4 other players have at least 5 points. And that's a good feed inside, but better defense by the Dolphins as Kyra Rose comes up with the rejection. $12 remaining on the shot clock. Prevost in heavy traffic gets it outside. On the drive, that's Morrow. Her floater off the back rim and out. Prevost on the offensive board lays it up and in. That made basket, gives Prevost 6. Here comes LaFaro, floater, and she gets the friendly roll. Lizzie LaFaro, always reliable with that floater. Can also pass out of that position. A competent playmaker for this Dolphins team as well. The Tiger lead is 14. Moore off the pass fake, picks up her dribble. Morrow left open, and that's off the back rim, and again rebounded by Provost. The ball is loose. Alarcon down to the floor, and jump ball is called. Possession arrow favors the Dolphins, so it will be CSI basketball. In terms of scoring for the Dolphins, Jenelise Alarcon has 11. No other Dolphin with more than 4. LaFaro over to Johnson. This is Lambert on the wing. And LaFaro gets it back. She takes it down the lane, finds an open Rose. And an offensive foul is called against Kyra Rose. That's the third for Rose. LaFaro also has 2. Now, it is possible that the live stats got that quickly, and they gave that foul to LaFaro. So that's LaFaro's third. Kick out to an open Morrow. Corner 3 is too strong. And Provost got her hands on another, but Alarcon ultimately pulls it in. Here come the Dolphins. Johnson drives inside, and she was fouled. Kaya Johnson will head to the line for 2 shots. And Lizzie LaFaro will head to the bench with her third personal. She is upset. Clearly didn't like the call. Several Dolphin fans seated behind me didn't like it either. As Johnson's first free throw is good. I mentioned it during the first half. The Dolphins led Holy Family during the 2021 Conference Challenge. These two teams met on day 2 last year. Dolphins led at the half as Rose is rejected off of the missed free throw. And she's a bit exasperated with herself on the way back up the floor defensively. But Dolphins led 33-26. Were outscored 18-1 in the third. Didn't recover. And Provost scores again to make it a 15-point game. We'll see if the Dolphins have a big quarter in them. It's not off to a great start. Alarcon up to Johnson. Now Lambert. She drives and lost it. Rose moving in, trying to steal it. And the foul goes against Rose. That's number 3. Now 3 fouls on LaFaro. 3 fouls on Rose. And the Dolphins will have their depth tested in this game. They've played more players in this game than they did in just about any game last season already. Moore thought about a 3. Surveys the floor and will now cross over and spin. She lost it right to Searfoss, who was fouled. Dolphins in this game have already played 10 players. They didn't play 10 many times last year, if I'm not mistaken. I was on the call last season for all but one Dolphins home game. The lone exception was when they hosted the D'Youville University Saints. As that free throw is up and good from Searfoss. And Searfoss goes 2 of 2 from the line. It's a 17-point lead for the Tigers. Their largest of the game. Johnson, Lambert, Moore, Phelan, and Alarcon on the floor for CSI. And they have work to do. Phelan up top to Alarcon. 12 to shoot. And a foul is committed down low. Dolphins are going to need some of their reserves to step up in a big way tonight. Every Dolphin in uniform has gotten into this game. That was nearly stolen. Searfoss down to the floor, and she is whistled for a foul. Already 6 fouls in this third quarter. 3 by each team, and the Dolphins will inbound right next to their own bench. Johnson kicks out. Phelan is left open, and her three-pointer is too long. The rebound goes to Provost. Nice feed inside, and Morrow is stuffed. She went down hard, but gets right back up to her feet. Good defensive play there by the Dolphins in transition. And we'll get a second look at it here. 2 Dolphins getting in on the action. Alarcon and Johnson combining for the rejection. Long inbound, barely kept in. And traveling is called. .6:15 on the clock. In this third quarter, Dolphins' deficit is 17 points. Phelan, left wing. Alarcon wants it on the low block. She's got it. Give and go with Phelan, and that's a nice-looking offensive play. Entry pass to Alarcon. Backdoor cut by Phelan. And a nice-looking bucket for the Dolphins. Maybe that will get them going. The Tigers have shot it well all game, as we have a whistle and a foul. Here's another look at that last Dolphins basket. Alarcon off the entry pass finds Phelan for the easy 2. Searfoss throws one up at the rim, and she was fouled. Dolphins now with 5 team fouls. First free throw is good. Searfoss 2 of 2 from the line. Dolphins trail by 17 again. Phelan on the left wing, 15 on the shot clock. This is Moore. Now Johnson. Johnson crosses over. Has Lambert. Lambert inside to Moore. Gets it right back. 4 to shoot. Lambert throws a bad pass there, and it's taken away. Here comes Morrow, and traveling is called. Tigers substitution as Taylor Hinkle checks back in, replacing Ava Morrow. Lambert will bring it up for the Dolphins. This is Phelan. Dribbling left, finds Johnson. She gets a screen from Lambert. Baseline drive, and the layup is good. Kaya Johnson with the easy 2 points on the layup. And with just over 4.5 to go in this third quarter, the Dolphins trail by 15. Searfoss throws up a wild shot, and Provost has another offensive rebound. 2 more points for Provost, another offensive board. And that gives the Tigers 17 second chance points. The Dolphins have just 2. And right now, that is the entire difference in the score as Alarcon goes down, but all ball there as the Tigers bench, I thought, had called timeout, but we may have had a foul call instead. So nonetheless, we're going to get a stoppage for a media timeout. Our score heading into this latest media timeout, Tigers 48, Dolphins 33. This is coverage of the 2022 CSI Women's Basketball Conference Challenge, only on CSI Sportsnet, a proud part of the ECC network. I got yet another chance to venture across the court during that latest media timeout. Had to make sure we had our venue scoreboard correct. It is the Tigers 50 and the Dolphins 33. It read 48-33. And Holy Family is right back at the line for 2 shots. First is up and good. They now lead by 18. And make it 19. 2 more for Searfoss from the line. She's attempted 5 free throws, made them all. Make it 6 for 6 now after that last attempt. Jenkins fakes the pass, and whistle blows as it's going to be a foul on the Tigers. That goes against Taylor Hinkle. Jenkins again, top of the arc. Wanted Lambert, nearly traveled. This is Phelan. Back to Jenkins. Jenkins on the drive, and she can't finish off the window. Treader left open in the corner. Can't connect. And the putback is no good by Hinkle. She throws up another and scores. Second chance points, killing the Dolphins right now. They have now allowed 19 second chance points in this game, and they've had no answers on the boards. Lambert will try a 3. Splash. And the Dolphins needed that. Dolphins 2 of 8 from 3 following that last make. They're shooting 42%. As that scoop layup by Hinkle is good. And she puts the Tigers back up 20. Phelan on the right wing. Crosses over. Now Alarcon almost lost it. She drives. Throws one up. Can't get it. But Jenkins has the rebound. Alarcon for 3. Short. And Moore got tangled up. Make that Masinghe, who just checked in following the media timeout. She got tangled up there a bit. Ball was loose for a moment, but Ripe has it. Treader defended by Lambert. 12 on the shot clock. And Provost on the catch. Can't convert the layup, but great hustle on the follow by Hinkle. And the Tigers have been all over the offensive glass. Provost, Hinkle, and anyone who can get their hands on a ball underneath the rim has made the most of those chances. The rebounding numbers favor the Tigers 25-18. Offensive rebounds 11-7. But those 19 second chance points looming large right now as the first free throw is no good. One of 2 trip to the line for Hinkle. Tiger lead is 21 points. Phelan for Perry. Now Masinghe. Back to Perry. 12 on the shot clock for Alarcon. And we have a foul on the outside. And I think they called the Tigers for a foul underneath the basket. And that will put the Dolphins in the bonus. See what the Dolphins can do with 1 minute and 44 seconds worth of time in the bonus to wrap up this third quarter. The deficit is 21 points. And that rattles out. Second free throw is good, and it's a 20-point game. Emma Ingersoll Wang into the game for the first time tonight, as that was knocked out of bounds with 1:32 to go in the quarter. Ingersoll Wang, defended by Phelan. Anusian Dash-Dorj into the game for the first time as well, as Masinge poked it away. Here come the Dolphins. Masinge crosses over, drives, draws a foul, and will head to the line for two. Noemi Masinge to the line for CSI, her team trailing by 20. Just over a minute to play in the third, and the first free throw is good. Masinge, 2 of 2 at the line. Dash-Dorj will bring it up. Hinkle into the corner for Ripe, and she loses it. Unforced turnover there for the Tigers. And if there's any way to open the door for the Dolphins, it's unforced errors. As we have another foul call, and the Dolphins with a chance to take points off the board with the clock stopped. First free throw is up and good. And Jenkins goes 2 for 2. Dash-Dorj across half court. And a foul is called on Jenkins with 45 seconds to play in the third. That will give the Tigers 2 free throws as the Dolphins had trimmed the lead down to 16. First shot at the line for Dash-Dorj is good. Two for 2 at the line for Dash-Dorj. Dolphins can go 2 for 1 if they hurry. And another whistle. And another Tigers foul. And the first free throw, no good. And the second is short, but Masinge pulls in the rebound. Ball loose in the corner, tracked down by the Dolphins. 15-second differential between shot and game clock. The Dolphins have to shoot. Phelan on the right wing. 7 on the shot clock. Masinge lost it on the crossover. And down to the floor for the steal is Dougherty. 13 seconds remaining in the quarter. Dash-Dorj uses the screen. Looks to drive baseline, and she is fouled with 2.3 on the clock. First free throw is good. Dash-Dorj with 3 easy points at the line. She goes 2 for 2 once again. 2.3 to go for the Dolphins. They'll throw it in short and will not attempt the shot. And that will do it for the third quarter. A big hole for CSI to climb out of in the fourth. Their deficit is 20 points at the end of 3-hour score. The Holy Family University Tigers 61, CSI Dolphins 41. This is coverage of the 2022 CSI Women's Basketball Conference Challenge presented by TLC Physical Therapy and Jimmy Mac's Italian Restaurant and Pizzeria.
My path to a college degree would have been completely different had I not run Division II cross country for the University of Mount Olive. Having an athletic and academic scholarship was key for my success. Our coaches were really helpful with balancing out my academics and athletics. I decided to attend graduate school because I wanted to become an athletic director. Receiving the postgraduate scholarship through the NCAA provided me with the flexibility to choose the school that I wanted. So now I know that I can accomplish any goal that I set for myself.
As a student athlete in college, I first got involved with the NCAA at the national level. It was through the Student Athlete Advisory Committee, SAC, gave me an opportunity to advocate on behalf of all student athletes, to affect change and to make an impact. The NCAA is giving the student athlete a platform to voice their concerns and to be able to advocate for what's going to affect their well-being. The policies that are being put in place are speaking towards academics, they're speaking towards well-being, they're speaking towards fairness, creating a culture so that the student athletes have the best experiences possible.
Hobra, a taco joint, Staten Island, where we're proud to have shared our family-first spirit with people from throughout New York City and the world. With indoor dining available both at the bar and on the floor. Or step outside for additional seating and an outdoor bar. Serving beer that's crisp, ice cold, and worthy of a day at the beach. Cocktails that explode with flavor.
And we're back from the tank as we had to abruptly cut away from our commercial break, and a message from another one of our sponsors, Hobra, a taco joint, to bring you the start of the fourth quarter as Lizzie LaFaro rattles in a mid-range pull-up, and the Dolphins are back to within 18. Good start to the quarter for the Dolphins. A quick stop and a quick basket, exactly what they needed. And the Dolphins steal it yet again. And Perry was fouled at the 9:19 mark. She will head to the line for 2 shots. Dolphins, without much to lose, down 18, can afford to gamble defensively, and it's paid off on the first 2 possessions. As the free throw is up and good. We did see the Dolphins come back from a 20-point deficit last season. I believe that was against Nyack. Dolphins back to within 16. Searfoss will bring it up. And a foul near the top of the arc. Players barreling over one another. $20 on the shot clock for the Tigers. And Alarcon steals it. Alarcon to the rim. Nice move, and a lefty layup is good. Jannalise Alarcon for 2. And the Dolphins are back to within 14. Moore on the drive, and the floater is good. Mo Moore with a big basket. She came up big when these two teams met last year, and that's a big bucket to halt the Dolphins' momentum. Lafaro almost lost it there. This is Phelan. Phelan over to Perry. Perry hop steps. Her shot is short. Alarcon was pushed, and that's going to be a foul against the Tigers. .8:10 remaining. Dolphins will inbound. Shot clock was reset to 20, and the Dolphins give it away on the inbound. We saw CSI force a couple of turnovers to open up this quarter. Now the Tigers force a turnover and have a chance to go back up by 18 points. Morrow on the drive. And the layup is no good. Another offensive board and a foul against the Dolphins. Jen Kokolis on the offensive glass draws the foul on the follow, and she will head to the line for two. Tigers sitting at 20 second chance points to CSI's 2. Dolphins have gotten more than enough stops to be in this game. And they're still in it, but could very well be much closer were it not for all of the excessive offensive rebounds. Sometimes 2 and 3 on one possession. Perry up to Phelan. Tigers lead it 65-47. 7.5 to play in this fourth quarter. Masinghe for Alarcon. Alarcon looks to drive. Kick out for Masinghe. On the pump fake, she looks to drive. Count it! And one. Noemia Masinghe with a big basket. And once again, the Dolphins can pull back to within 15. But they need to string together several consecutive stops and close out those stops with rebounds. The Tigers have taken 9 more shots than the Dolphins, and they've hit 4 more three-pointers as we will break for a quick timeout. Just inside of 7.5 to play, it is Holy Family University 65 and the Dolphins 49. 7:27 on the clock in the fourth quarter.
When your car is damaged, where you take it is your decision. But insurance companies would like you to think otherwise. While they may have a lot of pull, it may not always be in the best interest of your car. Your car will be fixed right and on time. What insurance company can argue with that?
Call Dependable Auto Body at 718-447-4890.
And we're back from the College of Staten Island. Once again, this is Joe Foreman on the call for CSI Dolphins women's basketball. The 2022 Conference Challenge is presented by TLC Physical Therapy and Jimmy Mac's Italian Restaurant and Pizzeria. Dolphins trail by 16 in this fourth quarter. As the timeouts right now are being reflected up on the scoreboard, the time should return to normal after the timeouts count all the way down. I don't remember changing that, but we're good. We can change that. The official made his way over to our commentary desk. During that timeout, there was a countdown that overtook the game clock and the shot clock. Not sure how that happened or why, but it's the first time it's happened all game. As Masinghe completes the three-point play with that free throw, and the Dolphins are back to within 15. CSI looks to trap here. This is Angeli Hayes with it. Hayes for Morrow. Morrow looks inside for Moore. Moore for Kokolis. Wide open mid-range shot is no good. It rolls off. And the rebound goes to Perry. Perry across half court finds Alarcon. Genelise looks to drive. Lefty layup off the glass and in. Genelise Alarcon with a big basket. And the Dolphins continue to work their way back into this. It is now a 13-point game. Strong move by Alarcon, who looks to keep the Dolphins alive in their 2022-2023 season opener. A big finish there, and she heads to the line for one more. The free throw is short, and the Tigers come away with the board. Hinkle for Moore. Kokolis left wide open, toe on the line, and Moore saves it right to Masinghe. Masinghe up to LaFaro. LaFaro pulls it back out. Alarcon on the cut, and a blocking foul is called. Alarcon will head right back to the line for two more. Two more free throws for Alarcon. Chance to make this an 11-point game. First is up and good. Alarcon only 2 of 5 at the line ahead of that first attempt. Now 3 of 6. And 4 of 7. 11-point game. Moore will bring it up. Tigers look to be trying to set up a play here. Hinkle has it. Screen set for Moore, top of the arc. But Treader is the one with it. Pump fakes. And the three-pointer is up and no good. That was Hinkle on the three-point try. And the Dolphins now have a chance to pull back to within single digits. LaFaro for Perry. Perry thought about it. Now Phelan. She drives. Kick out to LaFaro, 12 to shoot. LaFaro. Hop steps. Perry, corner three. Air ball. Alarcon has it. No basket. No basket. As Alarcon pulls in the offensive board. The Dolphins are in the bonus. When you change the quarter here on our manual scoreboard application, it does not reset the bonus indicator. I had to put a timeout up there for the Dolphins to bring their total down to 3. CSI has not called timeout as Alarcon makes this a 10-point game. She now has 17 points, 8 rebounds, 4 assists, and has pulled the Dolphins back to within 9. Hayes brings it across half court. Kokolis back to Hayes. Open three-pointer, no good. And the rebound goes to Masinghe. She stepped out of bounds. The shot clock will reset to 20. Masinghe did all she could to keep her foot in, but could not secure it in time. Ripe inbounds, and Hinkle threw up a tough shot, offensive board, and an air ball. Alarcon just got away with a travel. She knew it, and the look on her face says it all. Huge break for the Dolphins. Can they capitalize? Perry for LaFaro. Three-pointer off glass and no good. And the Dolphins couldn't pull it in. As we have a media timeout at 4 minutes and 57 seconds. I have to head across the way. We'll be right back. Dolphins trail by 9. Back to my seat just in time to rejoin the action with 4:53 remaining in the fourth quarter. The Dolphins trail by 9. looking to complete what would be an incredible come-from-behind victory, but they still have a long way to go at the midway point of the fourth. Three-pointer is short. Ball is loose, and Hayes brings it in. Wide open three on the right wing is an air ball, and the Dolphins have it. Treader wasn't close on that one. Phelan's shot is short. Hayes keeps it in and saves it over to Hinkle. The Tigers will slow things down. 4:13 on the clock. Dolphins double Hayes, and she throws it away. Here comes Alarcon, one-on-one with Treader. No good on the layup. Johnson the rebound. She lost it. And Nicole Sarcone wisely calls timeout. Timeout is called by the Dolphins. That is their second charge timeout. And with that, we'll step aside and take a quick break. Our score, Holy Family University 65, Staten Island 56, when we come back for the final 4 minutes of this fourth quarter.
When your car is damaged, where you take it is your decision. But insurance companies would like you to think otherwise. While they may have a lot of pull, it may not always be in the best interest of your car. Your car will be fixed right and on time. What insurance company can argue with that?
Call Dependable Auto Body at 718-447-4890.
Fourth quarter from the tank. Dolphins have it trailing by 9. LaFaro looks to drive, and she throws one up off the backboard. No good. Johnson's follow is also no good, but she drew a foul with 3:51 remaining on the clock. Ava Morrow will check back in for the Tigers. She got off to a red-hot start. Has been sitting on 10 points for quite a while. Johnson at the line for two, and the first is good. The Dolphins creeping closer and closer in this game. Still plenty of time remaining. It's a 2-for-2 trip to the line for Johnson. We have a 7-point game here at the tank. Morrow for Kokolis. Now Hayes. Treader driving baseline. Picks up her dribble. Hayes wide open for three. Off the back rim and out. Rebounded by the Tigers. They have 20 to shoot. Treader, left-handed floater, rattles out. It was halfway down. And it's going to be Dolphins ball. It has been quite a drought from the field for the Tigers. Trying to find their last made field goal. It was at the 8:35 mark, over 5 minutes without a made field goal for the Tigers. They had a free throw at the 7:50 mark as we have another foul. And the Dolphins are headed right back to the line. The Tigers are going to pay for all the fouling as they've let the Dolphins back into this game. Lambert with a chance to cut the lead to 5. First free throw is good. Free throw percentage, not always a stat that stands out when you look at the box score and the season stats, but Ashley Lambert, one of the Dolphins' best. And she goes 2 for 2 from the line. Shot over 80% from the stripe last year. That was tops on the team. The CSI cheerleaders making some noise. They want defense. 15 to shoot for the Tigers. And Morrow was fouled. Phelan wanted a jump ball. Didn't get the call. And the Tigers will inbound with 20 on the shot clock and 2:44 remaining in this fourth quarter. Moore up top for Treader. She drives. Met by Alarcon. Count it! And one. A huge basket for Lindsey Treader. And the Tigers needed that in a big way as they finally snapped that stretch without a field goal at nearly 6 minutes. The lead is now 7, and Treader heads to the line for one more. And Treader hits the free throw. 8-point lead for the Tigers. Phelan, Alarcon, Johnson, Lambert, and LaFaro on the floor for CSI. The Dolphins don't have to do anything extraordinary yet, but they need to be just about perfect the rest of the way at the offensive end. No turnovers, and they need baskets. Johnson with a nice move off the Euro step, and she scores. Kaya Johnson brings the Dolphins back to within 6. And a traveling call. Dolphins get it back with 2:08 on the clock. Lambert for 3. In and out. Rebound to the Tigers, and this place was ready to explode if the Dolphins had hit that shot. .142 remaining. Treader on the drive, and a foul is called. But it is an offensive foul. We'll get a second look at it. I thought the initial call was a defensive foul. Here's a second look. Alarcon draws the charge. Big defensive play by Alarcon. Dolphins get it right back, trailing by 6. 1:37 on the clock. LaFaro brings it up. Still just a 2-possession game, but the Dolphins need to score. Johnson for Lambert. Lambert has nowhere to go with it, gets it to Alarcon. 10 on the shot clock. Jenelise spins. Tough shot is good. Jenelise Alarcon with an incredible finish. And the Dolphins are back to within 4. The Dolphins need stops. Searfoss inside, and a foul was called. That will be the 5th team foul. Big free throws coming up right here. Ava Morrow to the line for 2 shots. And the first is good. I think those are Morrow's first points of the second half. And she goes 2 for 2 from the line, as the Tigers will call timeout with 57 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter. Dolphins trail by 6. Still a 2-possession game. They don't necessarily need a 3 if they score quickly, but they will need some missed free throws if they don't connect on a 3-pointer the rest of the way. Not sure they can pull this off without a shot from long range. There you see the CSI cheerleaders trying to help spur the Dolphins to a victory. They've been loud all afternoon and into the evening now. We still have one more game yet to come, as Franklin Pierce University will take on the University of Bridgeport in the finale of this 4-game slate. 2 games to conclude the Tournament of Heroes, and 2 more to open up the Women's Basketball Conference Challenge. Just a reminder, timeouts do advance the ball in women's college basketball. So the Dolphins will inbound from right to my left, just a couple of feet away from me. The deficit is 6 for the Dolphins. They need to work quickly. Lambert for 3. No good. Lambert went down to the floor after that shot. And the Tigers have it. The Dolphins will trap and they will foul. Now, I'm not sure if Rose is the one they wanted to foul. That's number 5. The Tigers can secure the win if they hit their free throws. Leading by 6 with only 46 seconds to play, but when people take a look at the box score from this game, the difference is going to be second chance points. 22-6 in favor of the Tigers. Plenty of second opportunities, and despite a strong second half from the Dolphins, it appears as if that's not going to be enough. They've held the Tigers to just 10 points in this fourth quarter, make it 11 on that free throw. But a strong effort from the Dolphins in quarter number 4 to make this a game again. It looked like this game was well in hand for the Tigers in quarter number 3. They took a big lead into halftime, 14. They ended the third up 20. But as I reminded everybody watching at the start of the fourth, the Dolphins came back from down 20 once last season against Nyack. And we're hoping to do so again here tonight, though it appears they are going to come up short. For the Dolphins, it will be an 0-1 start to the season. And if the Tigers can hold on, they begin their season 1-0. Dolphins will inbound with 46 seconds remaining in the fourth. And now they're in desperate need of three-point baskets and quick scores. 3-possession game at the moment. Perry to inbound. LaFaro back to Perry. Perry for Lambert. They are all over Lambert, and she's fouled. 39.4 remaining in the quarter. That's Mo Moore's third personal, and Ashley Lambert hits the free throw. And Lambert again, 2 for 2 from the line. Dolphins back to within 6 again. And the Tigers will call timeout. Once again, for those of you who are fans of collegiate women's basketball, stay right here on the ECC Network. We have another game coming up next. My fourth call of the day, as Franklin Pierce University will take on the University of Bridgeport. That game tips off at approximately 7:30 p.m. Perhaps a bit sooner, we'll see. This game was moving right along until this fourth quarter. A lot of free throw attempts in the quarter. In fact, we've had 21 of them. 20 of those have gone in. Neither team has hit a three. The Tigers are shooting 2 of 13 in the fourth. The Dolphins 6 of 14. The Dolphins will undoubtedly pressure this inbound, and if they cannot come up with a steal, they will look to foul. If the Dolphins can force a turnover, things get a bit more interesting in a 2-possession game. But a long way to go for the Dolphins tonight if they're going to come away with a win. The Tigers will inbound from right in front of their own bench. Moore gets it in easily for Searfoss, and Lambert commits the foul. 37 seconds remaining on the clock. That's Lambert's third personal. And one free throw here should ice this game. And that'll do it. With no timeouts left, trailing by 3 possessions. That just about closes the door on CSI. Searfoss, 1 of 2. And Perry tipped it away from Alarcon. Dolphins commit another foul with 34 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter. Ava Morrow to the line. First free throw, no good. And Morrow goes 1 of 2. Here comes Perry. Lambert for LaFaro. She crosses over, throws one up, no good. And traveling is called. Morrow can't believe it. And there are now 22 seconds on the clock. Perry up top for Phelan. LaFaro is fouled. Fans certainly getting their money's worth in this game as we are pushing the 2-hour mark. A lot of whistles and stoppages in this fourth quarter. Lizzie LaFaro to the line for 2. First is off the back rim and no good. The scoring leader for the Dolphins, Jenelise Alarcon, 21. She has 10 rebounds, 4 assists, 3 steals, and a block. No other Dolphin in double figures as the Dolphins foul yet again. Alarcon was 7 of 13 from the field. The only other Dolphin who attempted more than 4 shots that shot above the 50% mark was Kaya Johnson. She was 3 of 5. Both teams came out hot from the field, came back down to earth later in the game. Dolphins still shooting at 41% from the game, but just 2 of 13 from downtown. And I've probably said it one too many times at this point, but for the Tigers, they had 23 second chance points, and that was too much for CSI to overcome tonight. Both teams scoring 30 points in the paint. The turnover number is about the same, 17-16. Fast break points the same. A lot of similarities on these two box scores as Phelan's shot was blocked. Moore couldn't save it, and there were 3 seconds remaining. Alarcon receives the inbound pass. Perry will try the 3. No good. And that will do it. Our final score from the tank, the College of Staten Island 66 and Holy Family University 75. Dolphins drop to 0-1 on the season. The Tigers improve to 1-0. Still one more game to come this evening as Franklin Pierce University will take on the University of Bridgeport in the final game on this day 1 of the 2022 Women's Basketball Conference Challenge. Of course, this event presented by TLC Physical Therapy and Jimmy Mac's Italian Restaurant and Pizzeria. We thank our great sponsors. You can check out their websites over on our women's basketball schedule. We have those linked on the schedule page alongside the schedule of games for today and, of course, for tomorrow, the final day of a jam-packed weekend here at the College of Staten Island. 2 more women's basketball games tomorrow, 1 more on deck tonight. That's coming up next right here on the ECC Network. Ravens and the Purple Knights coming up next. Until then, this has been Joe Foreman. I will be back on the call for our final game of the evening in about 25 or 30 minutes, so stay right here on the ECC Network.